Welcome back. You're still with us on Startup Street. Plain, an open source project management platform, has secured $4 million in a seed round funding from OSS Capital. This investment will fuel the company's community growth and compete in the enterprise segment. The startup, which is headquartered in Delaware and India, was founded in 2022. Joining us now to discuss their fund allocation plan is Vamsi Kurama, the co-founder and CEO of Plain. Vamsi, thank you so much for taking your time out and being here on the show with us. Now, as I said, Plain is an open source project management platform. Take us through what you have on offer and how are you reshaping the way businesses manage their products and workflows? Give us some use cases to understand this better.
Got it. Thanks a lot for having me today on the show. So just to give you a brief idea of what we're trying to do, it's a huge space. Productivity, of course, you might be always knowing it. But we wanted to change the shape of how businesses operate on a daily basis by introducing modern methods with project management. And the key idea is we went full on open source. Open source is a new business model of how a lot of companies started picking up. But the way we had almost a lot of growth in the last 1 year, we had clocked almost 100,000 users in just 1 year, and then we are growing on an exponential path right now. So the most important part is right from small businesses to some of the largest businesses. It could be financial industries, or it could be even companies like television, CNBC, and kind of companies like that can also use Plain for managing their daily workflows. So right from the smallest of an indie game developer to some of the largest companies today use Plain. And with open source, the good part is that all the data is within your security, within your premise, and then it helps a lot of people to deploy Plain on-prem. So that's our key advantage with Plain.
All right, and you've also announced the launch of a new platform, Plain One. So can you elaborate on what Plain One does and any other offerings in the pipeline at this point?
Sure. So Plain One started as a very interesting idea to start off with. We wanted small businesses to pick things faster. So we went ahead and said, just pay it once and you get 2 years of lifetime updates. But essentially, this is the basic version of Plain, which we offer 2 years of updates, just like you buy an iPhone and then start using it, and then you get a 1-year warranty. So in a similar sense, it's you own that Plain One version. So this is typically for small businesses, and large use cases and large businesses go on to our other plans called Plain Pro and Plain Ultimate, which we intend to launch it during this year. So these are planned Q3 2024 and 2025 early, which is our enterprise plan. So right now, Plain One is a new plan where businesses just can do a $699 one-time payment. So this is the first version of Plain One. And next year, we're going to have another version of Plain One. So we keep giving a lot of updates to Plain One users. And it benefits a lot of small, medium businesses to start off using Plain for their internal workflows.
All right, so a couple of launches planned there for this year. So you've raised $4 million in a seed round from OSS Capital. So how do you plan to spend the capital? What are you going to use it for?
So we already started expanding into the enterprise market. We have some big names, which I cannot reveal it today right now. But we already have a lot of financial institutions and also a lot from the automotive space using Plain. So they deploy that on-prem. Meaning within their server ecosystem, they get to deploy Plain and then start using them. So we've already started doing that. And then the second thing is team building. We're a lean team. I believe in lean teams. So we're going to build our lean teams. We call these pizza teams, where small teams kind of accomplish work. Of course, we use Plain for building Plain. And then we are also starting off our dev ecosystem where people can start building a lot of integrations and use Plain as a backend system to build their workflows. So we are also expanding to that market. Being open source, we had massive growth, and people tend to contribute to Plain on a regular basis. So that's an added advantage to us.
And speaking of growth, what are the kind of revenues you're currently clocking, and what are the targets that you have? Obviously, you're big outside of India, so give us a sense of the revenue mix as well, and how important will India be going forward?
Sure. I think what the lens that we see is from when we're building the product, we had 3 principles in our mind. The first principle being, common sense. The product needs to be easy to use, usability being the prime core front. And then we said, let's all use layman terms, because project management tools comes with a lot of complicated terms, and it takes a tremendous amount of effort for companies to teach users who intend to use them. The second thing is keep it layman, and then first principle thinking was there. So when we're building the whole product, we made sure that these three principles are kept. And to answer your question back on the expansion, we had a massive growth in terms of other countries picking up in the early days because we were trending on Hacker News and other mediums like that. And then India also being a key stakeholder. Of course, you when you have Indian co-founders, people tend to praise you and start utilizing it eventually. But we had massive growth in terms of the numbers. We just started plane one. The pricing just started. Until that point, we're pre-revenue. And just to correct you on the founding date, we were on stealth we didn't raise any funds in 2022. So the fundraise happened in the last part of 2023. So it was almost an year in development, and all the users that we got was during 2023 and 2024. So the pricing started right now, and it's going to go with other plans like Plane Pro and Plane Ultimate.
All right. So you've just started, making your money at this point in time with these new launches. But Vamsi, thank you so much for joining us on the show today, and we wish you all the best on this endeavor.
Thanks a lot.